Hey guys. Okay, so today's lesson is on exponential growth. I just quickly want to go over the parts of an exponential function, which you guys explored in the previous lesson where we did all the graphing. But I just want to make sure that you've got it all. So, as you saw, this is what an exponential function looks like. Where you have a value for a value for b, and then an exponent. Now, when you did this and what you found from the previous lesson is that a is always our initial or starting value. So it also happened to be our y-intercept. And then b is your growth or decay value. Factor, which I'm going to talk about in a second and we'll go over. And then x was your exponent. It was usually, or usually for these examples, is a representation of time. So it could be hours or days or years. It just depends on the type of question and what you're looking at in terms of exponential growth or decay. Now, in order to do the question, usually the word problem will tell you what your initial value is, and it will tell you, sometimes it will tell you your growth factor, sometimes it will tell you your growth rate. If it tells you the growth rate, we're going to have to find our growth factor. So we'll come in here and I'll explain that in a second. So growth factor, B is your growth factor. If the question gives it to you in a percent, then we need to change it. So for growth, B is actually equal to 1 plus the percent in decimal form. So it depends on the question. Sometimes they just give you the growth factor, and it's usually 1 point something, or they'll give you the percentage increase. So if they give you the percentage increase, we need to do 1 plus the percent in decimal form. So we need to change the percentage. Let's go over to the example, and I'll show you how that works. So right next here it says change the following growth rates into growth factors. So for A, what you're going to do is just change, again from beside, it's 1 plus the percent in decimal form. So for A, it tells us that we have a 35% growth. Now what you're going to do is change that 35% into a decimal, and when we do that we get 0.35. If you forget how to do that, it's just 35 divided by 100 and it will give you that value. Once you have that, B is going to be 1 plus that value, 0.35, and so in this case it's 1.35. 1.35. Okay, same with B. Again, our percentage is 23%, so I'm going to change that to a decimal. And then I'll make my growth factor by adding that to 1. And in this case, we get 1.23. So those would be both the growth factors, which would go into your equation when we do an example. Let's move down and we'll do an example regarding gray wolves. So if you look at this case study, you'll see that 25 gray wolves were released in a conservation area. Now, one thing to note, I like to do this, but I'm just going to highlight that's 25 wolves were released into a conservation area. If you read further, the wolf population increased dramatically with an annual growth rate of 20%. So notice that in this example, it's given the growth rate of 20%, but not the growth factor. So we need to find the growth factor. So that brings us to our first question. Find the growth factor of the population. So we're looking for B, which is 1 plus the percentage is 20%, which if we write in decimal form is 0.20. So our growth factor is 1.20. Okay, the second question says write the equation to model this example. Now the way I do this is I just follow the example like right at the beginning, that base formula. And we do y equals A was our initial value. If you go to the example, our initial value was 25 because that's what we started with. B, 1.20. And then X is the time. And in this case, it is years. Just like that, easy peasy. Fill in the following table. So we're going to see what happens to our wolf population as time goes by. So in this case, I'm going to put 1 in for the exponent, and I'm going to calculate it. And I get after 1 year, we have 30 wolves. And I'll keep filling it in. 2 years, I'll have 36. 3 years, you'll get 43.2, but because we can't have half of a wolf, we'll just round it to 43. Here I get 51.6, but I'm going to round that to 52. And then I get 62.4, so I'll round that to 62. So here we have a table of the values of how many wolves we have per year. So we could graph that if we wanted to, which you guys can do on Desmos if you want. You can put the equation in, it will graph it for you. We're going to estimate the doubling time. When it talks about doubling time, it says it over here, is the length of time it takes for a quantity growing exponentially to double in value. So that means like double what you started with. So if you start with $100, how long does it take to double to 200? In this case, we started with 25. So we want to know how long does it take for that 25 to go to 50. Now, you can look at it on the graph, but you can also just look at it on our chart here. And we get that it takes 4 years, because at 4 years, it's 52. So it's actually just under 4 years, but you can say approximately 4 years. It's okay in the exponential relations stuff to have things approximate, because not everything is perfect and it's not always going to follow an exponential growth exactly, as you'll see in some of the examples and the practice questions. As long as you say approximately 4 years and you're close to the actual answer, that's fine. Go ahead. So that's why I've said approximately 4 years. Okay. That's good for today. There's some practice questions for you and then the quiz. Have fun.